Yo, what is going on, buddy? It's your boy Joshy P. Welcome to another video. Today we're talking Eagles versus Washington. We're not using that R word, you know what I'm saying? But I'm doing this. Normally I upload this later on Saturday, but I'm doing this because Joaquin, man, he's going to come and he's going to whack us. He's going to mollywop us. No, he's probably not, but still. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, Joaquin's the hurricane that they were saying was going to move the Eagles-Washington game to Detroit and all this nonsense. But no, it's probably not. So I'm good. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. But I'm doing it honestly because some of my friends are already losing their power, and I don't want to be stuck without my prediction video. I don't want to miss a prediction video. So we're talking Eagles-Washington. Some big headlines this week, man. Some big headlines, some hits for the Eagles. Cody Parkey on injured reserve, season-ending injured reserve. Caleb Sturgis comes in, and God, please let him make some field goals. I'm not talking like 50, 60 yarders, but like, be solid from 40, 45 out. That'd be great. That'd be fantastic. That's all we need. We don't need you to knock down 50-something yarders. You can knock down a 45-yarder consistently. I'll be fine with that. All right, consistently, I'm okay with that. Another season-ending injury. Andrew Gardner will be out for the season. He is on season-ending injured reserve. And Matt Tobin will be stepping up for him. Now, what does this mean? This means that the offensive line has to gel yet again. They did a good job against the Jets. Hopefully they can do a good job against the Redskins, who also have a stout rushing defense. But, honestly, all they need to do is be consistent. I'm really tired of, them playing badly. So let's just hope they're all right. Another big headline out of this week, Kiko Alonso will play again. We have a month, or he might come. He might come back in a month, or he will come back in a month. Probably a month, around a month. Let's say around a month. What else? DeMarco Murray ruled questionable for this game. Michael Kendricks ruled questionable. Cedric Thornton and Taylor Hart are both out, so we will see Brandon Bear come in again, and hopefully he can do what he did against the Jets. Forced an interception. I think he had 3 pass blocks or block tips or whatever you want to call them. He batted the ball down 3 times. I think that was the stat. So he played well against the Jets, and hopefully he can do the same thing against the Redskins. Now, Michael Kendricks being potentially out could be bad because I do believe the Washington offense is better than the Jets offense. I think Kirk Cousins is better than Fitzpatrick, and they have better running backs as well. I wouldn't say the receiver core is really any better, especially if the Jets have Decker, but I'm not too worried about the Redskins offense. But Michael Kendricks not there, that's also going to be a big hit because I'd rather have Kendricks and Hicks in there than Ryans and Hicks, and I definitely think they need to play Hicks a lot more, especially how he played against the Jets. 10 tackles, an interception, a fumble recovery, and a pass defended, I think. I don't know. He did really well. Let's put it like that. I think that's it for injuries. Oh, Jason Peters is also not 100% right now. I think you need to play him regardless of how he's feeling. So hopefully he's feeling good. DeMarco Murray, I'd honestly, if he's not 100%, sit him because I'd rather have him at 100%. And Ryan Matthews can definitely step up to the plate if need be. I think you do the same thing with Kendricks. He's our franchise middle linebacker now. We just extended him to a big-time contract extension. Not big time, but still big time. So I don't want to see him get hurt any more than he already is. All right, now let's talk what I'm looking for in this game. We have a top 5. I'm just stumbling all over the place today. We have a top 5 defense right now, okay? This defense is elite in my opinion. Okay? I know my opinion is not always right. Certainly, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. In my opinion, right now, at the level that this defense is playing, this defense is elite. We have probably the second best safety tandem in the league behind Chancellor and Thomas. What else could I say about this defense? We have a very elite front 7, a top 5 front 7. Granted, our cornerbacks are probably bottom tier, but in terms of our safeties and our front 7, that's very good. So I'll deal with 2 other players not playing great when the 9 other people on the defense are playing well. And honestly, I could say that the 10 out of the 11 players are playing at an elite level right now. Nolan Carroll is definitely playing. I mean, he played great against the Jets, and even Eric Rowe played great. Byron Maxwell still needs to Game 1 against Atlanta, Byron Maxwell was god-awful. Game 2, a little bit better. Game 3, even better than Game 2. So if he just keeps getting steadily better, I will very much like that. I think we need to give it time, I mean, everybody expected all these new acquisitions to just come into the system right away and play at their full potential, and you need to give them time to gel. I mean, you can't just expect everybody to come in and play great right away. That's not how it works. And honestly, signing in free agency, you need to give the players time. That's what you need to do. It's not like, and even with drafting players, we're very very lucky that Jordan Hicks has gotten acclimated. That's the word I was looking for. Acclimated to this this defensive scheme quickly. Same with Eric Rowe. I mean, it took him to Game 3 for them to actually play him, but he played well against a very fast receiver in Devin Smith, one of the top top 10 receivers in this draft, maybe. It's a stretch. I don't know. He's very good. Just put it like that. So I think that's it for defense. Everybody just needs to keep playing how they're playing. The defense played really well against the Jets, and I think they'll continue to get better, especially if Kendricks is in there. And even when Alonzo comes back, Jesus. And everybody was criticizing that Jordan Hicks pick, and it's looking pretty damn good now. All right. Offense. The offensive line just needs to pretty much play how they did last week. If they play like that, I think we'll have a successful running day, a successful day running the ball tomorrow against the Redskins, the Washington team. And I think Ryan Matthews needs to keep playing it like he is. And same with Darren Sproles. Darren Sproles had a good running game last Sunday. In terms of the pass protection, it looked great against the Jets defense, and everybody was bashing the Eagles offense. Look, they put up 14 points, right? Was it 14? Darren Sproles ran it in, and Sam Bradford threw for a touchdown pass. So yes, 14 points against probably a top 5 defense in the NFL. That's not bad. Plus our special teams did the rest. And I think we need to see that again. I think we need to see another good return or two out of Darren Sproles this week. Maybe a punt block, something. We need to score on special teams like we were last year. That's why we were so successful towards the beginning of the year. On offense, everybody's bashing my man Sam Bradford. It's a little bit ridiculous. Dude hasn't played in a year and a half, coming into a brand new system. Granted, he's played in a system very similar to this before, but still, he hasn't played in a year and a half, and he's got to get acclimated or accustomed to this group of people. Everybody's bashing the Eagles receivers. My man Nelson Aguilar, dude, he's a rookie. Give him some time. Not everybody just busts open onto the scene right away. Mark Cooper really didn't have a choice in Oakland because he's really the only, good receiver there. Hey, we could have had a Kevin White. Nelson Aguilar could have been a Kevin White where he's just done for the season right away. I think he'll step up probably this week. If there's a week for Nelson Aguilar to do it, it's this week. The Redskins secondary is pretty depleted right now. I don't think they have Chris Culliver. If they do, he's not up to full speed or full whatever. He's not 100%. D'Angelo Hall's out. One of their safeties is their starting safety's injured or something. I don't really know the Redskins roster. Their front seven's pretty good, so I'm expecting them to come with a lot of pass rush. But like I said, our offensive line did very well against the Jets pass rush, and they are no joke. So they did good against there. In terms of Sam Bradford, I just think he needs to throw the ball down. God damn it, throw the ball down the field more this game. And I think he will do that, especially if Chip puts it in the game plan. Not a lot of deep throws were happening. Granted, you could put that on Darrelle Revis, Antonio Cromartie, Buster Screen, holding up those pass plays. But I think it'll happen nonetheless. If there's a game for Sam Bradford to get his confidence up and put some faith in his receivers, it is this game against a depleted Washington secondary. So yeah, the Eagles haven't allowed a 100-yard rusher in 15 games or something crazy like that. We have the most consecutive games without allowing a 100-yard rusher. So in terms of defense and Matt Jones and Alfred Morris, I don't think they're really going to do too much against us. They might combine for 100 yards, but other than that, I don't think anything big time is going to happen. So that is pretty much it for this one. I'm very excited for tomorrow. It's always fun playing a division rival. Then we have the Saints after that, so We have a pretty easy schedule for the next couple weeks. Let's put it like that. But yet again, I think this is a must-win game. My final prediction: Eagles will go 28. I think the offense really gets it moving this game to 14. Washington. Now, I don't like add in field goals or anything like that. I mean, I could, but I think this is going to be a pretty low-scoring game for the most part. I think the Eagles' defense is going to keep the Redskins' offense, Washington's offense, in check, and I think that we're going to really get going on offense in this one. I do think this is pretty much a must-win game. They need to go 2-2 here. 1-3 is not an ideal start at all, and I think they're very capable of winning this game. So, Eagles fans, let me know what you think in the comments below. Follow me on Twitter, subscribe, check out my sponsors, do all the good stuff. Thank you guys so much for all the love recently. I really do appreciate it. My name is Josh. I'll see you guys in the next one. Deuces.